2,000 likes on this, dude. 2,000 retweets. Reminder, millionaire socialist Hassan once bragged about having sex at a brothel in Berlin, which only a few years ago was raided by the police for human trafficking. Not true. Literally not true. That fucking guy also said, wait, hold on. Where is it? He literally said Pokimane, at Pokimane lol, to the list of streamers who think it's okay to make fun of the DV trial. By the way, she has a history of saying the N-word. It's just not true. I went to a brothel that is still in operation. 10 fucking, or more than that. I went to I don't even remember what year it was, okay? And the brothel was raided by the police 10 years or 15 years after, or whatever the fuck, for tax evasion. And it's still in operation. This person has a Kamala Harris PFP, dog. Kamala Harris and Amber Heard PFP. If you want to know, someone is like deeply disturbed, okay? If you want to understand how much mental illness can be captured in one fucking account, this PFP alone showcases that. That's it. I wish I was as perfect as that Twitter warrior. You have been blessed. He took the time out of his perfect life to comment on your past sins. Bro, what past sin? The sin of, like, even if the fucking brothel was literally busted for trafficking 10, 15, 12, however many years after I fucking frequented the the brothel. How the fuck, what am I supposed to have, like, precog? What do you mean? Can I see, like, the future? Are you fucking insane? So what happened to the brothel? For me? Regular brothel shit. What do you mean? Do you think Radfem posts are astroturfed by your other hater communities? I don't know. Bro, I was going to argue with you more about this case, but after seeing your anti-Hassan tweets, I'm going to not do that. Do you understand? I'm not going to lie. Twin, you need to get off Twitter. What the fuck are you gaining being on the platform? I love being on Twitter. I also am just as mentally ill as that person, okay? It's just that I weaponize it towards people who I think genuinely deserve it, like Jordan Peterson and Ben Shapiro and Steven Crowder, and not like fucking, I don't know, over issues like, I can't believe you went to a brothel that was fucking raided by the police 12 years later for a tax evasion. That's so fucked up. You better correct when you said frequented before people freak out. I went to a brothel one time in fucking Berlin. The brothel stuff gets way more traction than I ever thought, goddamn, because everybody wants to fucking murder sex workers, okay? That's why. It is at the intersection of objectifying women and also puritanical attitudes towards sex and sexualization and sex work, okay? It is like the two most evil fucking attitudes that are super normalized. Like, a lot of normies straight up are just like, sex work? No way, gross, yuck, do something about it. So no one defends them. Like, literally, no one defends them. And anyone that defends them is seen as like a fucking coomer, horny, misogynistic piece of shit. I'm gonna guess it's the human trafficking part. It's not real. It was busted for tax evasion. What the fuck? That brothel probably did less tax evasion and human rights violations than Nestle. Still, everybody consumes it. Yeah, I mean, the Artemis Club in the AP News was the one in Berlin, not the one in Turkey. Yes, I went to the one in Berlin, you fucking jackass. Is there an Artemis Club in Turkey? But dude. Again, understand that the way to arrive at, like, Hassan is involved in human trafficking, because that's what they're trying to say, is fucking insane. Like, they're every time I talk about, like, Jeffrey Epstein, my QRT is popping off. You're Jeffrey Epstein yourself. Also, that raid on that specific brothel was also a part of dozens of other brothels that were sex trafficking was investigated across all of them, and Artemis was busted for tax evasion. Yeah, it's like Hell's Angels or some shit, right? There's like a gang affiliation. I used to think top streamers didn't deserve all the money, but after reading through Hasanabi chat, I realized they're underpaid. No, I mean, I'm the only fucking Twitch streamer that gets this level of attention, like, in this way. Most Twitch streamers are not getting to this degree. You can be against prostitution and not be against prostitutes. You can criminalize buying sex and not selling. Yeah, no, totally. Notoriously, that is really good for sex workers, is the criminalization of prostitution, but not the prostitutes themselves. No, notoriously. There is no literature. There is no literature, of course. Oh, here. Events and incidents. Various news sources reported on Artemis in retaliation to expected increase in prostitution in Germany during the FIFA World Cup. Norman Jacob, the lawyer, the owner, was quoted in one article as saying football and sex belong together. The New York Times reported that these expectations are apparently too optimistic. In early morning hours of 17 August 2012, 4 guests refused to pay their bill at Artemis. One of them drew a gun and shot at the doorman, injuring 3 of them. The group then fled by car. The gun was a modified alarm gun that shot plastic bullets. A few weeks later, a Russian resident of Berlin was arrested as a suspect of the case. As a part of the campaign to criminalize the purchase of sex, 5 topless members of the feminist activist group Femin chained themselves to the entrance of Artemis on November 27th of November 2013. On April 14th, 2016, Artemis was raided by 900 police officers and customs officers investigating human trafficking and tax evasion. The police had obtained information that the member of the Hells Angels forced some women to work in Artemis. One of these women had talked to the police about her abusive pimp, a former professional football goalie who would have been convicted of trafficking, coercion, extortion, and sentenced to 7 years in prison in October 2017. The tax evasion charges against Artemis were based on the allegation that the prostitutes working there were fraudulently classified as independent contractors rather than as employees. The brothel reopened the next day, but the 2 managers, Hakim and Kenan Şimşek, oh shit, this dude is Turkish, and the 4 madams remain in custody. In late 2016, the Kammergericht ordered their release because of insufficient evidence. Defense lawyers announced plans to sue the state of Berlin for damages, arguing that the authorities had approved the Artemis business practices for years. In Brazil, all ex-Femin members are neo-Nazis now. How does this shit not hurt your feelings, how uncharitable people are? No, this does hurt my feelings 100%. It sucks so bad, dude. What the fuck? It sucks so bad for 2 reasons, okay? The first reason being, the first reason why it sucks so bad is because, like, people just are you know, just straight up fucking lying to me, or lying about me, and, like, thousands of people are agreeing with it across the board without even, like, thinking about it, okay? I mean, this is a gross fucking way to, like, connect me to something that I would never be in favor of, that I'm expressly against. Okay? But the second reason is because it is yet another instance where, like, I feel bad. I have a lot of friends who are sex workers, and it's just another somber reminder that, like, no matter what happens, okay? No matter what happens, like, it's just reminding me that, like, people are never going to fucking treat sex workers appropriately and use actual victims against the broader community that engage in consensual sex work. Okay? It's a very disgusting thing that a lot of people do, where, like, instead of cleaning up the sex worker industry, they make it harder for sex workers to even speak out, and simultaneously act like they're fucking literally defending sex workers while making their lives harder. And sex workers themselves fucking hate that shit. Legalize sex work so the workers get protected. This is legal. This is a country where sex work is legalized. And it's not legalization, it's actually decriminalization that what sex workers look for. Twitter MLs have been couching anti-sex work in Marxist language. So many leftists are being swept up by it, and then they smear you to gain traction to attract more people. Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, I mean, look no further than that fucking swerve piece of shit that was literally shitting on my stripper friend, who was being like, I'm a stripper. I think my work is more dignified now, and I have more security now. at the strip club than I did when I was getting sexually harassed at my fucking service job. You know what I mean? And he was like, well, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't have to do that. He's like, but I want to do that. She's like, I want to do that. He's like, you shouldn't have to do that. Like, what the fuck are you saying, dude? It's the same shit that cops do. Cops routinely sexually assault, abuse, and deny the freedoms of sex workers by being like, we're saving you, under the guise of like saving them. And that's exactly what these fucking sex work these swerves do while literally fucking infantilizing women. And the other part of it is like there is very real, very, very real fucking issues within this line of work. Okay? But when you cover it with a fucking broad swath, and I've talked about this. I talked about this on Vice. That article that came out during the fucking sex work drama that I was going through, I talked to Vice about this. Here. And my statement might come as a surprise to you, was of course the same as it's always been. A statement that I've actually like changed my opinion on over the course of the years. Like, this is like not what I personally believed originally. Like, I also had misogynistic attitudes towards sex work, for sure. Like when I was way, way younger. Here. Piker added that the legislation. Wait, what is it? Decriminalization of sex work and end of vilification. All work under capitalism is done under the coercive and exploitative conditions, Piker told me. I believe in improving material conditions, helping workers gain autonomy, and take more of their surplus labor value back. Consensual sex work in a safe environment can and has achieved that for many sex workers I'm friends with. However, anti-sex work takes, especially those that conflate all sex work with sex trafficking, create an unsafe space for those who would like to do sex work. The criminalization of sex work and ending of vilification of sex workers, he said, could make it easier to find those who are actually harming people in the industry. Of course, there are crappy customers, but that comes with any industry. The difference is, if I have problems, I can either leave out my managers and security, have my back, and the customers thrown out, Shay said. This is my friend, the stripper. I go to work, get paid to entertain people, talk with them, and have drinks with them, and I go home. People just have this preconceived notion of what a strip club is like and what strippers are like, and it seems we're either victims or dirty whores undeserving of love. I wish people on both sides would see we're just normal people going to work like everybody else. Piker added that the legislation like the Fight Online Sex Trafficking Act has made it harder for sex workers to avoid the kind of abusive situations that people are talking about right now. These are some of the most marginalized people on the planet for creating something many people love and enjoy, he said. I shouldn't speak for them, but as someone who watches porn and is friends with many sex workers, as someone who cares about workers, it would be hypocritical of me not to defend them. Sex work is real work. It's a very, very strange it's a very strange situation that you know, I regularly find myself in. It's the same as like when you're defending trans people against transphobes. It's the same as when you're defending, you know, black people against racist people. Whenever you speak out on behalf of a marginalized community, people will literally fucking come and use whatever they can to attack you for that. Remember when a chatter? Oh yeah, that's the funniest thing is all of this started because a chatter went to a strip club in my merch, and my friend, my stripper friend, took a photo of him, and or took a video of him asking him if it was okay, and then I posted it, and then everyone got mad at me instead, which no one should be mad at anyone in that situation. Every party in that situation was consenting. Didn't you have some issue with that Tate webcam dude? Yes, because that dude was making people pimping women out under coercive conditions, dude. How do you not recognize that there's a difference between coercive, abusive workplace structures and someone who is willingly doing it on their own? Instead of taking a picture, they should have just bullied the guy in your merch like everyone else does. Shut up, weeby. weren't even there and people got mad at you, lol. Yeah, of course. I don't think there's any moral issues with sex work without regulation. It is a health risk for disease, though, right? Bro, I mean, dude, that every part of that is like you're fucking condomed up. I can bet so much money that when you have assets in your QRTs, they shit on you and pog the fuck out when British man John Oliver does an episode on sex work. Probably. Anyway. Sex workers get tested more than their average random? Yeah, 100%. Like 1,000,000%. Most of the ladies who worked at Artemis, self-employed, right? That Cobra guy was way more exploitative. I don't know. I don't know what the fucking employment structure looks like at Artemis. I don't know. Yeah, that's the other thing. There's a reason why they never talk about male sex workers and trans sex workers, by the way, for swerves. Because they're operating on the basis of misogyny, but so didn't work there. Yeah, you would think I fucking worked there. You think I was pimping out girls or some shit. Anyway. Tired, dude. People acting like you read through their books when you were at the brothel. Yeah, I don't fucking. This awesome improv song came out of your host last night.
Interrogations, do any of you remember? He'd be like watching the video, but then he'd say, hey, I just have to get it for a minute though, and he'd walk away and leave chat all alone for like 25 minutes. Oh, and I mean, I understand a man's gotta eat, and I guess.
Why does, dude, why do people think I do this? What the fuck? There, yet quite literally another consequence of like fucking straight up defamation at this point. They don't, it's just a meme. Like, no, she's just joking. She's probably just joking. She probably doesn't even know, but it's just like, I know it's probably just a joke. I'm just stating that, like, I wonder where it's getting to the point where you can't even tell who's joking anymore. I just don't know. I don't know why, like, live for 12 hours and spend less than 25 minutes off the camera total the whole time. No, like, it's every time this comes up, it seems like people think you're there nightly and an owner as opposed to the reality that you've stated.
Sometimes a man's gotta pee, but I mean, oh, seriously, he's just leaving his chat all the time in the middle of content, and I guess that's okay, cause he doesn't pause it. Well, I mean, sometimes he does alright, okay, but it's alright. I mean, I probably would get up that much if I streamed for 8 hours a day. Paper is socialist streamer. Hasanabi God, that's demeanor.
Very talented. You don't even leave like that? No, it's just didn't Mutahar tweet that Twitch reactors are killing YouTube? Is that what he thinks? I don't know. Own the meme, but I can't even own it. Like, I don't know whether it's because you react like this. She was clearly joking, and as a fan, but you go off into a depressive spiral and give them exactly the reaction. You use it maliciously. Yeah, I haven't really gotten that. I haven't really had people be like, "Dude, you're always doing this. You're always doing this." Lately, but this is not a bad person. This is like clearly someone who's joking. It's whatever. I'm just talking about the staying pack, the impact and the staying power that um that like malicious haters had originally. Anyway. Not so much lately, but the meme did reach other chats. Made a whole video on it like 2 days ago. Who did? Oh, Mudahar did? I haven't seen it. I like Mudahar though. I'm sure he has a reasonable take on it. Do you think there's a problem with people in the community memeing about stuff haters actually take serious? Yes. I originally never thought that, but now it's got, I mean, it's fine right now. It's whatever. It's about Twitch reaction re-uploads. Yeah. I do think that like look, I don't do that. Obviously, as you guys all know. And but there are definitely channels that do that. Like there are definitely like fan channels that do that. And it's impossible for it to kill YouTube, obviously. That'd be crazy. But I do think like my Clips Industrial Complex should be better at clipping stuff for sure. Like they should definitely edit more. And there are plenty who do. And there are some who don't. Own a gun. Why would I answer that question? Yeah, he said, what security measures have you taken? Can I do a pen test? Can I come over to your house and do a pen test tomorrow? Just average shadow stuff. All right, I'm running the last ad break here, boys. Sorry. No, okay, buddy. Again, dude. Cucked again. I don't know why, like, I hold myself back from doing okay, buddy. Like, towards the end of the day, I end up reacting to some fucking shit that is, like, the worst. And I'm tired. And then people are like, ooh, chat's getting slower. So now is my opportunity to fucking really get Hassan, really piss him off. I feel like you're a dad, and I think the Clippers. I feel like you're a dad. I think the Clippers need to talk about responsibility. I mean, I've said it before. They do need to fucking. They do need to, do a better job. I love what they do because like so many people can't watch the stream. Twitch VODs are unwatchable. And I do love and appreciate that they like clip stuff and post it. I don't even care, as you know, like if they make money off of it. Some of them make a lot of money off of it, right? Tomorrow is a fun day, by the way. I'm not off tomorrow. I am here. I will be. Thank you, Hasanabi, getting away with it. I am going to be playing video games tomorrow. So tomorrow will be all fun. Fun day, Sunday fun day tomorrow. I'm gonna be playing Among Us Sus Lobby, Sussy Sundays with like Toast and a whole bunch of people.